first time using this setup. I'm recording on the iPad, on the camera from the iPad. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey everyone, this is Jake with Create More Now. Today we're going to be talking about why I decided to invest in a mirrorless system. About 8 months ago, I tragically just left my camera gear behind, and it was taken from my hotel room. It sucks. It was awful. I was without a camera for probably 3-4 months, I think, total. And I decided to get a mirrorless system. I've learned a lot from buying this Nikon Z6 that I'm recording this on now, that you're watching this on now. And it's been great. I really like it. There's a lot of pros. There's a little bit of cons that made me not want to do it in the beginning. I touch on that, but overall, really like it. I can't suggest it enough, and I really hope that after you watch this video or listen to this podcast, you're able to make a better decision on buying a mirrorless camera for yourself. Let's get the show started. Hey everyone, welcome back to Create More Now, the show that's dedicated to help you reach your target audience easier, faster, and with less stress overall while getting your message across. It's Jake here. I'm very excited to be back. I am here with episode 2 of the photography series / camera series I promised you guys about a month ago. Life's been crazy, and that's no excuse, but I have a new puppy, which is awesome. Kind of in the process between moving offices, so you're going to see a couple different backdrops moving on from here as I'm moving kit over, moving hard drives over, and workstations and everything like that. But today I'm very excited. I'll be telling you exactly why I decided to make the switch over to a mirrorless system. Obviously that's the episode of this show. Of this video if you're watching it on YouTube, or this podcast if you're listening to it on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can get a podcast. Go check it out, Create More Now. Listen to me in your car. I love a review as well. Today, though, like I said, I'm explaining why I decided to move to a mirrorless system. Right now I'm filming this on a Nikon Z6. I'd love to have it in front of me. Nikon, if you wanted to give me an extra camera to film with, I'd love that. So I can kind of explain why I decided to do this and why I decided to invest in a mirrorless system instead of a traditional DSLR system that I've been used to using for so long. I mean, I've been shooting now for over 10 years. I've always used a DSLR. I've had the Z6 for just under probably 5 months, and I love it. There's a lot of pros to it. There's a lot of reasons why I didn't do it leading up to this point, but I'm very happy I did. I'm very happy I decided to make the investment and just decide to jump in full steam and figure out what the best reason for a mirrorless was in 2020. And I think now it's starting to shift from, it used to be everyone shot on a traditional DSLR, and mirrorless was kind of the new thing, but it was like using a tinker toy. It wasn't really worth it battery life wise. It wasn't really worth it weather sealing wise. I couldn't take a beating, but now all the companies are figuring out how to pack all that technology into a smaller, lighter body and still make it rugged and great, which is awesome, which is why I decided to jump on, amongst other things. And we're going to get into this show now. So really, the great thing about our mirrorless system, the reason why I decided to switch over after I got my DSLR kit actually stolen from me, was because it's just a lighter overall kit. It's just so much better being able to walk around for 3-4 hours with half the weight on your back. The camera doesn't, sit as heavy in your hand. It's just so much easier to when you have a lighter equipment, when you have a lighter camera, a lighter lens, a little bit smaller lens, same quality. It's just the way that they can pack the optics into a smaller frame when it fits onto a different a lens mount, the Z mount with the Z6 in my case. It really pays off when you're able to really size down. It makes it a little bit more fun. It makes the day a lot easier to go through the whole process, and I really like it. And another thing I've also found out, with it being a smaller, lighter kind of kit, smaller, lighter camera, if you have a mirrorless camera, is that it looks almost a little bit less pro-like, which is a hidden benefit, I think. I think people are really stuck on trying to be a professional. I think when you're going to a public area and you have a big, clunky DSLR, the first thing someone sees if they don't know you, if they're like a park ranger or they work for the city or anything like that, they're like, oh, they need a permit. It's a professional camera. There's absolutely no way. People that don't know anything about photography would probably never know that a mirrorless system, a mirrorless camera like a Z6 and A7 III or one of the new EOS R bodies from Canon are very capable. You know, it's just a different shell with the same guts, really. And that's a hidden benefit, I think, as well. Besides it being as light, easy to walk around with, shoot for multiple hours with, it's awesome being able to figure it out autofocus wise, you know, resolution wise. I mean, it was good being able, when I first started filming about 3 years ago, just being able to be forced to manual focus and really find my own style. I was able to work with the frame rates I had and really just get what I needed done. But being able to stretch my creativity and being able to stretch what I really wanted to do on the video side, being able to film like this, once I put it on face autofocus, it's just so much easier. I know if I move around, it's going to stay. If I move forward, it's going to stay focused as well. It just helps so much being able to just have that sense of mind and peace of mind, knowing that the video settings on the Nikon Z6 are so much better. Obviously with Canon, if you had a DSLR that has the dual pixel focus, you're set. All the Sony cameras now that are all mirrorless are great as well. You're not gonna have that problem, but if you are like me, you were stuck on an older DSLR body from Nikon, I had a D750, and you are looking to kind of just step that side of your production up on the video side, I highly suggest being able to get a mirrorless body from them and really just try it out and see the dividends of the video that you probably never knew that were from Nikon. And it's just a benefit on all mirrorless cameras overall. New technology. I'm a huge fan of something that I call future proofing, being able to buy something once, cry once, and just being able to grow with it overall while you have that one singular investment. I know with this camera, with any mirrorless system moving forward, there's always going to be new updates that get put out. They're going to be putting out brand new glass, things that have never been tested before up until this year or the year before, until they decide to put it in a production system. And just being able to, like I said, future-proof what I'm doing, being able to buy the body once and have a new system to grow into. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a DSLR. I'm not saying that they're broken. I'm not saying that they're going to be extinct. I just know that for a fact the mirrorless market is new. It's hot for most people that are getting into photography or videography for the first time. It looks a little bit less intimidating. Like I said before, it's not as daunting. It's not as big of a camera. And a lot of focus is going to get put into these systems. So for me, I know when I was making this decision when my camera was stolen that I really wanted to be able to future-proof myself and figure out how I can grow into this system and grow with the new lens lineup that they're putting out, and really be able to take full advantage of it. Like there's no time like the present, like everyone always says, and if you're able to capitalize on something new and something great and really learn it perfectly and know the ins and outs of it early, when they keep putting out new firmware updates like they have been with the Z6 or with the EOS R5 and 6 that are coming out now, it just helps, and you don't have to worry about the what ifs and what if I got it 3 months ago. You already have it. It's going to grow. Companies are going to keep investing in it, and just being able to future-proof everything with your kit is amazing, because there's nothing worse than being left in the dust and then you're like, shit, I don't want to go spend this money now. This works fine, but I'm kind of behind. Nah, just get rid of it. If you're thinking about taking that next step, you're thinking about upgrading, and you are like, I think maybe a mirrorless is the right thing to do. If you're looking to future-proof and you're looking to keep video going, you're looking to have great autofocus all the time and have new software and firmware come out, it's always a great option, because these companies are not going to let up on letting the improvements come from their mirrorless systems. Next up, I really cannot stress this enough for number 4. EVF, electronic viewfinder, changes the game when you get a mirrorless camera. And if you don't know what a viewfinder is, or an electronic viewfinder is, it's that little eyepiece that you put up to your eye in the camera, and it's what you see. So in a DSLR or a mirrored system, there's reflections that happen, and you're seeing a reflection of a reflection back up to the viewfinder, where your focus points are and everything else. And you take the photo, but if it's dark, it's dark. If it's light, it's bright out. You know, you can't really get around it with a mirrored system. With a mirrorless system, you have basically a television screen inside that little window. And as you change your settings, as you go inside and outside, it's gonna adjust with what you're doing. It's awesome. It's probably the best thing ever is having an electronic viewfinder, because when you're an experienced photographer, you know how to dial your settings in. You might take 1 or 2 test shots, and but just having that ease of mind, if you are new, being able to have your eye up to the viewfinder and really just dial your shutter in 1 or 2, 3 stops, or being able to open up your f-stop a couple stops. It's really nice. It's very convenient. You don't have to worry about taking a photo and looking at the back and taking a photo after a couple settings changes. You just dial it in, look through the viewfinder, and you'll see a real-time adjustment through there. I mean, it's great to get adjusted, like I said. Also, with the playback, like I was saying before, you don't have to worry about taking a photo and looking at the back of the camera and then taking another one, look at the back of the camera. With an electronic viewfinder, it's just another screen. The way all the mirrorless systems out now work is if you take a photo and you keep your eye up to the viewfinder, it'll display the image right away. And I love that. I just came off of 2 weeks at shooting with your opera here in Orlando, and it's amazing being able to just take a photo, keep your eye on the eyepiece, and just notice how your focus is, how your highlights and shadows are. Do I need to adjust something super quick instead of flicking through the back and maybe missing some action? It's great being able just to keep your eye up to the viewfinder, take the photo, get some instant feedback, and if you need to make an adjustment, you do, or you just keep shooting and you really have no problems. You don't have to worry about second guessing yourself, and you just never miss out on the action. That electronic viewfinder really changes it for photographers, especially if you're trying to shoot fast. It gives you that instant feedback, that instant adjustment you need, and it's a life changer and a game changer altogether. And last, fifth kind of reason why I decided to go to a mirrorless system, and I think you should if you think it's right for you. It's just fun. It's all I can really say. It's satisfying to shoot with the Z6. They built the bodies just like a bigger camera. I like having that full feeling on the grip and being able to know that my camera's secure in my hand. It's not too small, but it is, like I said in the first part of this video, it's nice and light. It's easy to shoot with. It doesn't hurt when you're shooting for 2-3 hours. Your neck doesn't get sore with the strap. And it's just fun because you know what you're getting when you're shooting. You don't have to worry about second guessing yourself and people getting sweaty from being outside here in Florida. The second you take that photo and you know it's dialed in right with that EVF, it's done, it's set, it's easy. And don't get me wrong, I mean, yeah, shooting with a DSLR, hella fun. I love it. I still shoot with my D7000, my super old mirrored camera from Nikon. I'd love to just get some older DSLRs and still be able to shoot with them, because it is fun and it is nice and it has that different feel, that clanky mechanical feel. It's amazing. But once it's like, I guess the best way I could say it is driving a Mustang GT muscle car versus driving a Tesla. They both are going to go fast. They both are strong. Both can get off the line. It's just with the Mustang, you feel like you're in a machine, and with the Tesla, you feel like you're in a spaceship. And that's really what a mirrorless camera is. It's like you feel like you're in the future, and it's great. I can't suggest it enough. I really think that everyone should, if you haven't, just consider getting a mirrorless camera. Consider making that jump if you're ready for an upgrade, if you think you've outgrown your current system. And if you're trying to get into photography or videography to start, I really think that it's great. I really think that a mirrorless system is the future. Don't take my word for it. DSLRs are going to be around forever. I don't really think they're going to go anywhere, but a lot of the innovation and a lot of the fun shit that comes from photography is going to get put into these systems, and it's going to be the new thing that everyone's trying to push. So if you want to get on board, I suggest it. Again, this has been filmed on the Nikon Z6, and I love it. I love everything about the mirrorless system that Nikon's put out, and I couldn't say enough good things. If you guys have also made it this far in the video, I'm about to wrap it up, but I just want to say, if you could please go join the Create More Now Insiders group. It's where we're going to get insiders content getting put back out starting now. I know I've had about a month hiatus by the time you're going to watch this. I'm sorry, my apologies. Like I said, I've got a puppy, life's happened a lot. I've been moving around, and I'm really trying to keep this content coming for you guys. This photography and overall camera series is great. I know you're going to be excited about it. I know you're going to be able to make better decisions after watching all this. And again, if you have any questions, please join the Create More Now Insiders group on Facebook. And come in and ask me anything you want. I'm going to keep doing live streams in there. I'm going to keep hopping around and trying to answer as many questions as I can with branding, content positioning, and content launches as well. Guys, this is Jake with Create More Now. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming by.